Well, patrol members, I want to welcome you back to the lookout here, and I want to welcome you to the return of Tales and Mysteries of the Mojave Patrol. And I'm going to try to have some really spooky, scary stuff this season. But tonight, I have one of the scariest things you will ever see. Even scarier than that. Yes, scarier than that. I hesitate to say this. I get a little disturbed. Purchased the world's cheapest whiskey. That's right. La Cadena. How cheap is it, you ask? $4.99 a fifth. Yeah. $4.99. I didn't want to wait for it to go on sale, so I went ahead and bought it. And tonight, we have a cigar from the Sanctuary in San Luis Obispo, which is 5 times more expensive than that whiskey. Wait just a minute, folks. I'm back. Did you miss me? So let's get the cigar fired up. That's got a nice smell. Actually, a nice aroma, very nice aroma. I will take my vintage Stockman's knife, of which I have many. And I'll cut the cap off. I thought this knife was sharp, but apparently I'm a liar. It's got a pretty good draw. I'm going to do something I've always wanted to do.
I always wanted to do this. Want to try it?
Always wanted to do that. Is that scary? It's got a nice, smooth flavor. Just what you'd expect from a very pricey cigar from a high-end cigar shop. It's got a nice draw. A slightly nutty flavor. The smoke is mild. Look, it's starting to canoe already. That might be because of the way I lit it. Cheap batch. Well, I have a lineup of stories that I hope will thrill and chill you. I'll tell you about them when they happen, but let's just say I've done a lot of research into it. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows. The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Well, we've had a lot go on. I know this is late. I apologize. We had to finish up finally with all the solar roofing. It's finally all done. We had new windows put in the house. And then there was a 4.9 earthquake, I think I mentioned it, and it actually broke a drain pipe under my house. So I had to have a lot of the sanitary line replaced, which was pricey. Let's just say we were pretty busy for a few days, so I really didn't have time to throw this together, and I didn't want to just throw it together. I have a new table, and I've kind of cleaned up my my set here, so we don't have any wobbly table. I'm not getting splinters in my arm. We'll see how that works out for us. I have Jack here, Red Jr. So you'll see a few guest skulls and lanterns here over the next few weeks. I have a fancy German ashtray here. And since we're experimenting, my shot glass is a little mini beaker. So let's get right down to business and crack open this La Cadena blended whiskey. The straight whiskeys in this product are 4 years or more old. Here we go, 20% straight whiskey and 80% neutral spirits blended from grain. Bottled by the County Line Distillers in Los Angeles, California. It's 80 proof. And guess what's not on it? Oh, I'm a liar. It's here. Really tiny letters. Government warning. According to that Surgeon General person, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of risk of birth defects. Consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery. And it may also cause health problems. It says premium. I'll be the judge of that. Ooh. Did you hear that? A nice crack. That has a similar smell to every cheap bar you may have been into in your life. It's got a nice color to it, no floaties. According to this beaker, I poured myself slightly more than 30 milliliters. Oh yeah. Get a distinct whiff of the Los Angeles River. Slight smell of Farmer John. Yeah. With a tinge of LA Airport. I'm kind of dreading this, but I'm drinking this so you don't have to. Yeah. Over the lips, past the gums, look out stomach, here it comes. And a more truer toast has never been uttered. Oh, yeah. Wow. Actually burned my nose. Holy cow. Man. That is harsh. Well, I couldn't vouch for the fact that the 20% of the whiskeys that are in here are over 4 years old. Makes Canadian Club taste like Glenfiddich. Oh, but man, it's got a big Kentucky hug. It's not long, it's broad. I'd give you a taste, Jack, but it might have a detrimental effect on your. Boy, it's already messed me up. I can't even say the word detrimental. It might have a detrimental effect on your glowing personality there. Man! Yeah, that's how I feel. Doesn't hurt the flavor of the cigar, though. I seem to have arrested the canoeing. I can tell you that the rest of this bottle will be going on a camping trip to share with friends. It's not the kind of whiskey I'm going to sit around and on a cold evening in front of a roaring fire and sip in my own house. I've got better whiskeys for that. Well, the weather here is pretty mild right now. It's 70 degrees and 50% humidity. And it's about almost 7:20 in the afternoon, Pacific Daylight Time. They're going to try to do away with Daylight Savings Time. But remember, the problem with doing that away with that here on the West Coast, and you're going to have the same problem in the East Coast, is depending on how they do it, you're either going to be going to work or coming home in absolute pitch darkness. And if they don't do it right, your kids are going to school in the dark. Ronald Reagan tried to get rid of it when he was president, and they vilified him for it. So let's see if these people, whoever takes office next, can do any better. Well, I'm putting my garage together so I can at least work in it again now that it's emptied out. I'm working on my shed, getting my shed. That's going to take a little longer than I thought. We're trying to talk to people about getting our house painted. And then I think that'll be it for a while. I plan on actually doing a lot more out in the desert for the Mojave Patrol. I've got a couple of places I plan to take you. So stay tuned for that. I can't wait to come out here and do videos in my shed or out here. That'll be called the headquarters. That'll be the headquarters. We will have the lookout here. We will have the headquarters, and we will do a few videos this time from the bunker, and we're going to do some videos on the road out in the desert. Once again, we'll be going to the Big Sandy machine gun shoot. And folks, look, if you're against that type of stuff, you're against it. But if it doesn't bother you, you need to go there. It's near Wickiup, Arizona. Look up the Big Sandy LLC or the Big Sandy machine gun shoot and try to attend. Try to attend. This year is their 20th anniversary, and I've been going to it for 15 years. Sometimes twice a year. So try to go there. Wickiup, Arizona, off the 93. Uh, look it up. The Big Sandy Machine Gun Shooter, the Big Sandy LLC, at the Big Sandy Range, and it's a private range owned by a government contractor. And they do a lot of testing out there for Dillon and Westinghouse and the United States government, and that's why they can do what they do out there. Perfectly safe, well run. Um, you can camp there. There's porta potties. They have water. They provide food. You have to pay for it, but the 4-H club. Oh my God, that stuff is killing me. You like my Goonies shirt? The 4-H club goes out there and cooks 3 meals a day for Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning. And the food is good. Yes, indeed. I enjoyed going there. Whew. Once again, the old toast. Better to smoke here than hereafter. Wow! I will not be having another one. One of my patrol members called me the American Ralphie, and I really appreciate the compliment. But I don't hold a candle to Ralphie. Ralphie is one of a kind, and he knows his whiskey, and he knows what he's doing. So look him up, and his brother, Big Clive, another incredibly entertaining fellow. I wouldn't mind sitting down and have a pint with either one of those people. And if James Gin brought you here, welcome, welcome. You know what? I will put a card up here so you can see my 2 James Gin reviews. And yes, I did admit in the video that it was the best whiskey I had ever tasted. So hopefully this Halloween will be better. Ever since the pandemic, we haven't gotten any trick-or-treaters. I don't know what Halloween is like in your neck of the woods, but put a comment down. Let me know what it's like. And if you're in another country that celebrates it, put a comment down. I know they celebrate it after a fashion in the UK, and it's becoming a very big holiday in Japan, you know, mainly because it involves cakes and candies and, you know, things like that. The Japanese love their sweets, you know, from what I understand, when Japanese tourists come to the United States, one of the first phrases they learn in English is, "Where is a delicious cake shop?" Yeah. So we'll try to put together some Halloween themed Wednesday videos and stuff like that. Yeah, we're going to try to do that type of stuff. So, you know what? I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Hopefully I can live up to your expectations. So, until next time, I want to, well, real quick, like and subscribe, leave a comment, click the little bell, do whatever you need to do to stay apprised of what's going on. And as I always say, Later, Mater.
The Gemini space flights. The trips are long. The training is hard, like this spacewalk practice. But the astronauts do some things you do. In space, they drank Tang. They mixed it like this in a zero-G pouch, because with no gravity, it would fly all over. You don't have that problem. You can mix it in a glass. Up there, they have to drink it carefully, this way. You can drink it any way you like. Tang tastes orangey. Tastes great. Has lots of vitamins C and A. Tang, chosen for the Gemini astronauts. Have a blast. Have some Tang.